Hey everyone, Dr. Sherry McAllister here with the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress. Hard to believe we're closing in on the end of 2023, but we're going to go out with a bang. And that is why this presentation is so exciting to give you. It's really maximizing the awareness of chiropractic on a global scale. How do we make chiropractic bigger, better, bolder as a message and make sure the world knows the benefits of chiropractic care? And I'm going to tell you a story before we get kicked off here. So last night, true story, I was sitting with my husband and we were watching a kickoff to Hallmark's celebration of Christmas coming up. And the Great American Christmas is I think it's similar to or is Hallmark. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but there was a movie called The Text Before Christmas. And lo and behold, the movie was about a chiropractor falling in love. And it gives me the shivers because that, my friends, is cultural authority. That they would make a movie about the celebration of a holiday and something very beautiful and shared chiropractic very gently just throughout the movie. And it's touching and it's real. And it's exactly why you're here with me today, because being in media and marketing is like the king and queen. If you're not marketing, the media has nothing for you. If you're not in the media, the marketing doesn't matter. So you know that these two are connected. That's why the foundation has to, by nature, create up-to-date, current, ensuring that the world knows about the latest research. And yes, we're going to get into that today too, but that together we get this message out. Because as you can see, as an influencer in anything, you have to have an audience, and that audience is critical to understanding chiropractic care. You are the influencer, and everything that I'm going to show you today is going to help you be the influencer in your community. So let's get started and showcase maximizing awareness during Global Chiropractic Health Month. Now, I know we're in the last few days of October, but do not despair. Time is on our side. We have to be able to get out this information at any time we want, but it's nice to do it in October. And as always, because we're coming up to Thanksgiving, we want to give thanks. Look at this chart. Isn't it amazing? We love all of them. And we're so grateful to each and every one of them because they're helping you be successful. Now, one of the pieces that I wanted to share with you is chiropractic is a global awareness. We can reach Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Spain, Ireland, so on and so forth by being together. And that's why I want to thank WFC, because they brought a resolution to their board, and we want to make chiropractic something that really is on a maximum scale. And so we designated October as Global Chiropractic Health Month. And to give a shout out to the American Chiropractic Association and ICA, I know you're all doing your part. And that's why this month is so incredibly important. We all chip in, we all unite under one important message, which is increasing the utilization of chiropractic. So for those of you listening live, thank you so much. For those of you going to get this recording, you need to make sure that when you're watching this recording, you get on these materials. So we, as I said, are going to get into the cutting edge, and this is one of our new pieces. This is a new benefit, and it's actually a flyer. You can put it up anywhere. You can go to Starbucks, Pete's, you can go to Target, find out where their community projects are, and post this flyer on there. You can customize it for the gold members, but it's all about getting the message out. And so one of these pieces is that they can download Live Naturally with Chiropractic on their phone. They scan the QR code and it'll pop up and they can read it at any time. They can share it with anyone they want. How cool is that? So get the message out. Get these downloaded, print them off at your local Staples. If you have a color printer at your office, print them out. Make it a mission. Pick printing out 3 or 5 or 10. Have your staff members help you, because if we're going to win, we got to win together. And that is the reason. Now, this particular piece is about healthcare with chiropractic at any age. It could be at pre-birth, pregnancy, or it could be at our aging adults. It doesn't matter where they fit. They're going to find information in this ebook. So let's get it out together. Now, One piece that I have been vigilant with is that your environment needs to change. And when you change the environment, things that you look at are going to change. Well, look at your walls. Let's just start there. Are your walls active enough to keep your audience engaged? So, what I'm talking about is your posters. Are they like from 1980? And if they are, it's okay. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Here's two new posters. What if you adopted in your frame that you have on your walls 12 posters in each frame, and then have your staff go around each at the beginning of each month and flip the first one to the back? And so there's 12 in there, and you get to say which one during that month is going to be important to you. Now, doctors, this is where your CA and your staff come in handy. If your walls are alive, they're going to be paying attention. Trust me, if you have a treatment plan and they end up coming in 12 visits and they're in different rooms, you want them to see different things. And that's how you engage them and ensure that they're spreading chiropractic. Now, the one on the benefits of chiropractic care, I'll tell you what, we have had hundreds of comments on this. It's kind of retro, but it's kind of fun. And it really does showcase that the body is made up of a mechanism of movements and opportunities to benefit from chiropractic care. So keep those walls alive. Speaking of walls, what about your Facebook wall? Have you updated your cover photo in a while? That's one way to keep up to date and current. So we have your customized Facebook page pieces too. So look at the roadmap, because you want to do that too. Now, you want to be able to get out into your audiences. And that's why we put together Achieving Optimal Health with Chiropractic Care. Now, think where you could go if you just did one presentation once a year. I want you to think about that. There's 90,000 chiropractors in North America that are licensed and ready to move. 90,000 presentations around the globe in 2024. How epic would that be? Because when you have 90,000 presentations, you know that there's a minimum of 5 people in that room. Contemplate the activities that we could change. Special alert, this is our new white paper. We want you to have the latest, greatest research in the most opportune time. And what better time than to celebrate the benefits of chiropractic care? The special alert is this new mind body connection white paper. What does it talk about? It's between physical pain and mental health. And this is a big, big topic right now. There are a lot of people suffering, and we need them to know we're with them, we're for them, and we're wanting to help them. And we know that physical and mental pain, well, they're connected. And if you don't believe me, wait, I have some information I want to share with you. But here's the thing, when they download this paper, they may not be that person suffering with a mental health issue right now, or a chronic pain issue that is starting to become a mental health issue. It may be for a sister, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, a great grandmother. You don't know where this paper can go, and that's why I'm asking you. Put it on your website, put it on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Do whatever you can to get the information out. But first and foremost, you got to read the paper yourself, read it with your staff. Are you loving your staff? Take them for coffee. I don't care what the frequency is, once a week, once a month, once a quarter. Give them something to do. Read white papers. The more they're aware, the more they'll share. Now, as you can see, it's chocked full of important information, but I wanted to make sure you have the link below so you can access this right away. And the best part is we're going to be ensuring that the more we can touch mental health agencies, or even help with the police or the firefighters that come in contact and may need to refer, are they referring to you? Chronic pain is one piece, mental health is another. And let's really make sure people know what that looks like. And that's why the October marketing roadmap really is very simple. You don't have to think about it. It's done for you. And in life right now, we like things that are done for us. Don't get lazy though. You have to put it into place. Even though it's done for you, it has to be manifested into action. And these actionable items are week 1 through 4. And you can take week 1 and 2 if you've missed out, and use them in the beginning of November if you so choose. So it's up to you. Now, I did share that there's research that has come out, and I want to give a big shout out to NCMIC for sponsoring this in the Internal Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health. This is the bidirectional comorbid association between back pain and major depression. This is why we're bringing the two together. The more you can share the research, especially with healthcare providers in your neighborhood, that low back pain is often associated with major depression. The more opportunities you have to communicate with your healthcare providers in your neighborhood, effectively treat patients that are suffering, and help the patients that have loved ones that need to know about this information. So we're linking together, and this article does a fabulous job being able to showcase why this is happening, that the association between back pain and major depression in adult population in the United States is real. They had a nice sample size, and they did this longitudinal analysis, and it indicated that back pain at baseline was prospectively associated with depression at follow-up. So, can you get this discussion point out? I know you can. Research is only good as if we're using it. Let's be totally frank. If the research doesn't give us something to do objectively and get out into the community and make a difference, what good is it? And I'll tell you, this particular piece of information is critical to the health and wellness of your community. It discusses the major depression is likely to be prospectively associated with back pain. You already knew that. But did the community that you're involved with know that? And that back pain is linked to subsequent major depression. Help us get the word out. Use the ebooks, the infographics. Be that person that cares about the whole person and what the patient is suffering with. I also want to give another explanation of a study that came out again in the Internal Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health in April of this year. Now, if you missed it, no worries. I got it right here for you. Spinal pain, chronic health conditions, and health behaviors. This is done by DeLuca. She is a fabulous individual who's getting wonderful information tips out to the community of her researchers. And look at this. Statistics show that all 4 chronic health conditions significantly increase the prevalence of spinal pain, chronic global problems that are manifesting into the deaths of millions of people are yours to be able to educate. What are they? Well, look at this. The prevalence out of spinal pain with cardiovascular conditions is up by 58%. 8%. That's significant. Hypertension, 40%, diabetes, 25%, and obesity, 34%. That, my friends, is where we come in. We need to be talking about, as this article points out, chronic health conditions. So, tobacco use, are they smoking or vaping? Insufficient activity, get them on their feet. Sleep problems. I know when I don't sleep, it just doesn't come together. And I'm sure you, as a chiropractor out there, you get what I'm saying. Sleep impairment, cognitive impairments, mental health conditions all increase the prevalence of spinal pain. The more they know, the better they can do. That's why we want you to get the mindset like we have with Travis Macy. This is Adjusted Reality Podcast. It is trusted by the adjusted, and we bring in fun, entertaining speakers. So your audience, your community, this podcast is about you. The more they listen, the more patients you're going to have. I guarantee it. There's no other way. They're inspiring, they're motivational, and they use chiropractic in a way that makes sense. Like Dr. Heidi Horvick. I mean, an amazing neurophysiologist and biologist. And, when she gets on the podcast and we talked about artificial intelligence, listen to what she said.
So I get adjusted every week. Every single week, I pay for a chiropractor to adjust me. I also pay that chiropractor to adjust my husband and my children every single week, because there's just too many stressors in our daily lives. And there's always some circuit breaker that's blown. And I want my brain to be the most accurately aware of what's going on, because I know the power of our brain to be able to do everything that it does. It needs to know what's going on first. It can't fix a problem it's not aware of.
See, that was where I when I heard you say that, my
my thought process went, we don't know everything that the brain does. And now we're going to be capturing these fabulous moments. And part of me was thinking, well, if artificial intelligence is so good, is there a place for chiropractic in the future?
Okay, now I'm telling you, who's circuit breakers, Bologna? I could tell you I've been traveling a lot. I got a few circuit breakers that I've been blowing. But let me ask you this. When you listen to Heidi and she brings her research forward and she's talking about the brain and how artificial intelligence is capturing data points for her, it is exciting. Do you want your patients to know this information? Do you have the time to share this information with them? You do not. So send them to Adjusted Reality Podcast. We're growing on leaps and bounds, so much so that our platforms are coming to us and saying, can we monetize on your site? That means everything. And you know how much we love to get out our information. So let's make sure we update our patients. And I want to update you now the F4CP pieces that are going on around the globe. So we're going to start with what happened during Chirothon. Oh, you don't remember what a Chirothon is? Totally okay. I will share with you what it is. For those of you old enough to remember, Jerry Lewis was a fabulous actor, and he put his heart, his brain, his mind, his everything behind muscular dystrophy. He did a 3-day telethon. Well, Jerry has passed and Sherry is now here. And that is what I want to do. I want to put my heart, my mind, and everything I have into ensuring that you, doctor, in chiropractic, are educating the patients. And you do it in different ways. A podcast, ask them to join a chirothon. They were all about patient-based vignettes. And you can see when you tuned in and they're still available, you can share with them the importance of chiropractic care and back health for Michiganders. I mean, if you're in Michigan and you're listening right now, there's no deadline to listen to a vignette like that. This was the Chirothon for 3 days. We had all those vignettes going. We raised a great deal of money from consumers supporting us, just like muscular dystrophy, an important cause that can change the world. And I told you the global healthcare awareness for chiropractic is now. It's in October, and you saw the 4 chronic global problems that are really ravaging the world. So if you bring people, we had a regional chirothon, which means we focused on one state. It was Michigan. And thank you to Michigan Association of Chiropractors. They were fabulous to deal with. Had so much fun. I want to thank my entire team, especially ChiroSecure, because without them, we wouldn't have been streaming on 12 different platforms. And that's how we saw 73,000 individuals joining us in 3 days. 73,000 individuals came to Chirothon in September. We had 12 live streamed segments, and we raised, and I get to update you today because this infographic is all things in media. It changes. This is now, we raised almost $35,000. Now, that's just 3 days of being able to share vignettes and educating our population, and then seeing how the consumer gets excited about what we're doing. The patients have a role in being able to share the love and the benefits of their healthcare, especially in chiropractic. So we don't stop there. We actually kicked off September Drug-Free Pain Management Awareness Month. Yes, we did. In the New York Academy of Medicine, we shared with our colleagues that chiropractic is but one opportunity to really vastly change the pain, the chronic pain issue. Listen, I just read a study today. It was put out, and maybe some of you have read it. It was put out in the journal, The Neurobiology of Pain, the date September 4th, and that's 2 days after my birthday. So this has got to be a great research paper. And it talks about the exercise therapy for chronic pain. How does exercise change the limbic brain function? Oh, my dear friend, chiropractors, does this not resonate with you? Get that paper, read it. I'll talk more about it later. And maybe in November when we talk more about the limbic system and stuff of that nature. But that's what we want to be doing. We want to find the creativity of how we impact the globe. I won't stop. I hope you don't stop. I want to thank everybody in the Michigan Chiropractic Association of Chiropractors. I want to thank the Ohio State. I was there just recently. It feels like a year ago, but I was there only a few short weeks ago. And then we ended up with the WFC. Thank you to Dr. Richard Brown and the current president, Dr. Maltby. They were fabulous guests to host the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress and talk to the globe of leaders around the world: Zimbabwe, Botswana, Ethiopia, Hong Kong, China. It was fabulous. And, there's one thing that rings true: marketing research is the same in China as it is in Australia. You got to get the message out, it's got to resonate, and that's how we win. I want to also thank the Women Doctors of Chiropractic in Arizona. They just had their convention called the Unconventional. It was fabulous. And women out there that are listening, if you've not been to a all women's chiropractic convention, now's the time. Set your sights. 2025, Florida, in October, I believe. It's just fun. It's just a fun way to all get together. And it's not your usual convention. It is unconventional. Now, I want to remind you that if I'm on the road and you're in one of these areas, please stop by and say hi. This works because you're with me. You're for the chiropractic profession and you're willing to support and uplift everyone. So this coming weekend, if you're in Wisconsin, Chiropractic Society of Wisconsin, I'm coming to you. I love every single one of my state associations, and I'm looking forward to being at the Chiropractic Society of Wisconsin this weekend. 2 lectures. So fortunate. I get to talk to the chiropractic assistants and the entire audience. So thank you to Chiropractic Society of Wisconsin for inviting us. We're then going to head to Chiro Congress, where we all come together as state associations. And last, but certainly not least, my dear friends in California at Cal Chiro in the Meritage and Napa Wine Valley. So, well, there might be some wine drank. There certainly is going to be a celebration of chiropractic. Speaking of celebrations, I want to share this video with you. You are the reason the foundation is winning over 20 years of celebration. I want to share this video from our founder and CEO, Mr. Kent Greenewald.
The foundation today has 35,000 members, 48 state associations belong. We're now reaching international in scope.
I mean, I just think it's incredible. The quality of their material, the number of awards they get for their positive press announcements, whether it's an advertisement at the Olympics or in some of the highest class magazines. Continuing to support the foundation after 20 years is because we're doing so many incredible things.
We hear from doctors frequently, all the time, how they have patients as a result of the efforts we're doing.
I think that it'll only get bigger and better as people understand more and see the benefits that have occurred as a result of their efforts.
For me, they're a little bit different than any other group because they're on edge, they're on board, they're what's now, and they're in the now. And to have these people back me up has been such a beautiful coaching experience.
There's so many incredible things that they've accomplished. Their ability to help expand the idea of chiropractic as a career option for so many young people. The number of awards that they have won in marketing, beating out major healthcare organizations.
They're investing every day, bringing on talented people to tell the story of chiropractic.
The future of chiropractic is very bright, and places like the foundation are exactly what the profession needs to continue making this profession successful.
Become part of the movement to engage and mobilize, so we take that small minority and we make it the vast majority. That's what we need you to do. Be active. It's not words, it's deeds. And giving back to the profession brings great joy.
The relationships that we have with so many different entities will only increase. The best of us is ahead of us.
And that, my friends, is so true. It is the best of us is in fact ahead of us. And we just want to remind you, it's been 20 years in the history of the Foundation for Chiropractic Progress put together just a historical account of where we've been, with the Jerry Rice to the Wiggles and beyond. Where are we going? Well, we can get bigger, better, and braver the more people that support us. Now, I want to ask for you to consider this right now. our chairman, Mr. Kent Greenewald, he took on himself a pledge to match every single donation that comes in from August to the end of the year. That means that your donation, should you donate now, f4cp.org/donate, will be matched. It could be $1. That's $2 for us. It could be 20 for 20 years. That's 40. And if you consider what it means to be able to buy the media positionings and the articles that we want to place and the advertisements and the commercials we can make, I just want to thank you. Thank you for considering a donation. Thank you for being part to spread this message across the globe, because together we only get better. And November is coming up. I want to share with you that we will have a new ebook download. It is, being able to support our veterans. November is going to be about those who serve or those who have served. And we thank you in setting the major milestones for this country and countries beyond, and how important it is to take care of those who serve for us. So mark your calendars. Next month is going to be all about making sure we can support our veterans in our active duty military. What does that mean? And what do they need to know about chiropractic? And we'll have lots of infographics and information coming your way. And oh yes, so what does the man on the moon have to do with today's presentation? Well, mark your calendars, because we're going to blow your mind on where we go in November. No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tease it up, because something very, very, very special is going to happen in November. A place, well, we've never been before. In a place we believe will change the way people look at chiropractic. So stay tuned, keep with us. I promise you, when we come back to ChiroSecure's Facebook Live, you in fact will know where we have been. As always, I want to thank you for joining me today. If you're live, a big warm hug. If you listen recorded, a big warm hug to you as well. But listen, don't forget, come on back next Tuesday, because ChiroSecure is serving up some fantastic speakers. And we want to thank them because, well, think of the lovely Facebook Lives they have put on over the years, and you can't do it alone. So congratulations to ChiroSecure for the many, many months of putting on Facebook Lives. And thank you in October. I hope your Halloween is fabulous and fun and spooky, and we'll meet you back for November.
Isn't it time you join the most powerful team of successful doctors in chiropractic and go for the gold? Simply go to www.f4cp.org/package and get your customized practice success solution.